It is a gloomy, windy Black Friday where I live, and this arrived in the mail today. The Hot Wheels Redline Club 1964 Dodge Power Wagon. This is a brand new casting for the RLC. We're going to open it up, take a look at it. I already cut the tape open. Come on. Why is it not coming out? There we go. Here is the outer box. If you want to read that massive paragraph, you can go ahead and do that. And let's lift the model up. There we go. It comes in this acrylic case, as a lot of Hot Wheels RLC models come in. And also, this is not screwed onto the base, probably due to the height and also the separate chassis pieces, which we'll get to in a little bit. So if you take this out, just be careful. Be careful when you take this out of the packaging. Anyway, here it is. And yeah, so it is in a Spectraflame olive. It has as many off-road models from Hot Wheels come with. The 8-hole Real Rider with the silver lip. Here's the base. Got a little bit of detail. The exhaust is detailed. Done some other things down there. Have the tailgate with the Dodge in a matte black. No Hemi on the license plate because this does not have a Hemi engine. Oh yeah, that's the one party trick on this. Is that the hood opens and it shows the motor. It is a, what do they call it? It is a Ram Charger 413 wedge engine with a cross ram intake manifold and dual 4-barrel carbs. Thank you. Paragraph on the back of the packaging. So there's the engine detailed in there. Doesn't look too bad. Looks, I've seen this complaint how the engine details on some RLC models look a bit blobby. And it doesn't look awful. Could it be better? Possibly. But it's not the worst I've seen. It's not like the RX-7, which was like blob to the max. You have a 413 wedge there on the hood. Also, it is on the back. You have the door handles painted in silver. There's the front grille, the headlights, and no Hemi. The seats are actually detailed, so you can actually see there's brown going down the middle of them and on the sides. And then the steering wheel's in there, nice and big. Let's try and get it on this side. Hard to catch the interior. You can see it in there. The roof is matte black, and there's some other matte black trim on it, and it looks pretty good. Let me wipe this thing off a little bit. Overall, not a bad model. Actually, I kind of like it. Oh, and also, it has separate suspension pieces. So on some models, I'll actually show off, like the Ford Raptor, they have to do really large die-cast chunks for the chassis, and it's, you know, so I don't know why they do. I think it's just a structural rigidity sort of thing, but they have to do these large kind of die-cast chunks. Actually, I can show you on the Power Wagon here, like, or this Power Wagon from not Power Wagon. This is a Dodge D200 from Matchbox. But you can see how they have to do these giant, massive chunks on the base to support the axles. Well, Hot Wheels actually did separate pieces, like on the Zinger's AMC Javelin AMX, where they has the separate pieces on the bottom there. So this also has that. So it looks proper. There's no massive die-cast chunks. It just looks better. I really dig it. And what is that? Oh no, look at that. Look at that. Let's see if my camera can focus on. See how close I can get to it. Look at that. That's not gonna come off. Nope. That is some issues there in the paint, right there on the front fender. Look at the hood gap too. Look at that. Look at that gap. From afar, it doesn't look that bad, but up close, you can see how big of a gap it is. That's not cool. Yeah, I think that the paint something happened, some issue happened there, and it is, from afar, it doesn't look that bad, but when you're like looking at it up close, ugh. All right. Paint issue aside, I do like this model. I think it's pretty cool, but I also kind of want to talk about it because obviously it's Friday. It went on sale this past Tuesday, and it's still available. And I've heard there's still like 15,000 units left on the site, which is kind of unfortunate. And maybe I want to talk about this a bit, but like off-road stuff just isn't the most popular. Like, oh, it's breezy out. Here's the Rockster. This is kind of a, it's a T1 Volkswagen, just off-roaded the heck out, and it is quite a beast. Like I said, we have some other models, like you have the Jeeps, the Power Wagon, or not the Power Wagon. Is this a Power Wagon? I think this is a Power Wagon. Yeah, this is the Power Wagon. Oh, look, we have 2 Power Wagons here. Look at that. 2 generations of Power Wagon. This one's got the cooler party trick, though. I can climb on this one. But, like, I also brought out the Raptor and the Bronco and the Matchbox one, just kind of for, like, scenery. But Hot Wheels RLC, like, off-road models, just, I feel like don't fare that well. Like, I think the Jeep and the Raptor, the first edition of the Jeep and the Raptor, these sold out pretty quick, I think, because it was 2021 and stuff was still made in slightly more limited numbers and whatnot. And also, RLC is really hyped up with the second version. This guy took a bit to sell out. The Wild Track took forever because of the pricing. The Power Wagon, I think the first edition did all right. And then the Christmas version is actually still, I think it's still available a year later. I think you can still buy the Christmas Power Wagon, which is kind of sad. And maybe that's why we didn't get a Christmas car this year. I don't know if you noticed, but there wasn't a Christmas car this year, at least not to my knowledge. And the December drop calendar has been released, and there's still no Christmas car. So I wonder if they are doing away with the Christmas cars. Maybe because the Power Wagon is still sitting, but is there more paint issues right there? Yeah, there's a couple nicks there. But, I don't know, I feel like off-roaders just aren't faring well on the RLC, which is a shame, because this casting's really cool. I'd like to maybe see 1 or 2 more versions of it, because it looks really sweet. It's nice, big. I like the separate suspension pieces. I mean, this casting is cool. And I like off-road stuff. I really do. And I don't know, maybe off-road castings just in RLC just aren't getting the love. Maybe due to the price, because this was $30. I don't know. But, yeah, that's the new Power Wagon. Looks cool. Unfortunately, mine has some paint flaws, which is a shame, but excluding that, it is a cool model, and yeah, that's about it. See ya.